Now, one of the things
my
we've
God.
been super lucky about, we've been opening up to voice notes, and
Yes.
I've loved this. By the way, if you want to leave us a voice note, we highly, highly, highly encourage it. All you have to do is send us a voice note via Instagram, Adam Wild and Jax. There's just DM us. It's super easy.
Yes.
And
slide in.
we got another one this week. And Steph, do you think we can play it here? Because I think this is spectacular. And it's a really good question. And I think it's going to be, we're going to get some good embarrassing stories out of this. So Steph, who's this from?
Oh, God. Here we go.
This is from Jackie.
Okay.
And she also goes by Jax.
All right. Also goes by
Oh.
Jax. Stealing your name.
An ally. Yes. There we go.
Hello, this is another Jax in your voice memo box thingy. I wanted to send something that I'm like super curious about, and I want to know what your embarrassing moments are that just continue to haunt you for all of eternity. For me, when I was selling cars, I asked if I could give him a rim job on the car, if that would seal the deal. What I meant to say was a rim repair, not a rim job. I still got the sale, but it was super awkward when that was brought to my attention of my slip there. So definitely did not mean that, but that still haunts me. So would love to know what still haunts you guys. Thanks so much for your show. I love it. I love listening to it. And hopefully Stephanie can answer too. Thanks again, and can't wait for the next episode. Have a good day.
All right. So
God,
who's
love
giving out
Jackie
rimmers?
Jax. Rimmers. Rimmer Nation. Okay. Whoa. Who wants to go first?
Well, I've got one. Steph, do you've got Jax? Do you have one? Like, what are we thinking? Are we
Yeah.
I think you should go first, Jax, just based on that sound that you just made. Steph, I think agrees with me, right, Steph?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Jax, hit us.
God. It was a lot. It was many, many, many moons ago. I think about it often, so it's definitely still haunting me. And thank you for sending that voice note. I love it, and love you, Jackie. I was in grade 8, and in grade 8, I was expressing myself and trying out new things. And by new things, I mean weed. And I was a little bit, maybe like a little bit stoned at school, which I shouldn't have been because that's very bad. Don't do that, kids. And I was horsing around and like running around in my little like raver pants and West 49 clothes. And I was horsing around a bit too fast that I fell down an entire flight of stairs at Caledonia Junior High. And like they were long, it's not even like they were steep, they just kept going on. And this was in front of everybody. And I, like my body was quite thick at that point. Quite thick. It was a soft but hard roll. And I, because I was under the influence of marijuana, I like tried to laugh it off, but I really hurt my leg, guys, really bad. And so I was, long story short, I was taken out by an ambulance, but I was still high. So I was like trying to play it cool. And it was like, and it was in front of all the boys that like at that time I thought were meant to be with me. And
Of course.
like that didn't, I was thinking at the time that that's why they didn't want me. Now I know why the real reason is. But I got so high I fell down the stairs in junior high, and I think about it often when I'm going downstairs where I'm like, careful. Careful. Yeah, that's
By the way, that's
mine.
early. That's early to be doing the dank Kush, Jax.
Okay, listen, the dank
grade
Kush
7,
knows no
grade 8.
boundaries.
What are we talking about here?
Listen, we're starting early, okay? We're working hard over here when I'm growing up.
All right.
Come on now.
Steph, do you want to go next?
Sure. I had like all weekend to think about this, and only like one moment really comes
Cheater.
to mind. And I feel like most of my embarrassing moments happen when I'm drunk.
Well, I mean,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I think that's fair.
Which is why I honestly don't really drink anymore either, because I'm like,
Yeah, you never drink, yeah.
I need to be in control of my
Right.
life.
Yeah.
But in the 9th grade, it was the first time that I ever drank, I'm pretty sure. And I went out with the girls a year older than me. And we went to a party, and I got really drunk, probably off half a water bottle of something because I was like 14.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but in the 9th grade, every time I drank, I just got so emotional and started bawling my eyes out.
Oh no.
And so there was a guy that was at this party, and he was like talking to another girl, and I liked him. And for some reason, it was the end of the world, and I just started bawling my eyes out. And my friend, like,
And they were just talking.
they were just probably, I don't know. They were probably just talking. And I had
Steph.
I had nothing to do with this guy. I just liked him. Like, it's not like he was mine, you know. And
Drunk girl.
I start crying, and my friend puts me on like a table in like the middle of the party, and I'm just like in the middle of all the chaos and everyone just bawling my eyes out, like the youngest girl at this party. And I just like the next day I was like, that was the most, why was I in the middle of everybody just sitting on a table crying?
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing.
That
That's,
messy girly.
Still haunts me.
love it.
Still haunts me to
But you
this
know
day.
what?
literally
You were
crying in the
drinking,
club
I
before
was
she could go to it.
smoking.
Like,
Yeah, like Adam, the girls are starting early. We were starting early,
Damn.
okay? We were
Well,
exploring early. Yeah.
So to complete the because we now have 3 good stories, I'm going to give you my story, and I have to
make it worse.
I have to preface this story by I have to explain the stakes here, right? So because the worst part about my story, at least the 2 of you were drinking. And our voice note just made a mistake. Yeah. Mine was completely intentional and so unbelievably out of character and stupid that I still sometimes I'm in the shower and I'm like washing my hair and I go, like I'm so mad about it, right? And so I was in grade like 11, and you have to understand that like I had confidence to get up on stage. I had a band. I used to wear leather pants. Like I used to.
Oh yeah, you
like,
did. You looked hot.
I had the confidence to do that though, guys, but I did not have the confidence to talk to women. And I thought that being in a band would give me the confidence to talk to women. It did not. Which is why I feel like Jax and I would have got along so well in high school, because we were both sort of weird, awkward kids trying to figure it out, you know? Like I feel like we would have found common ground there, right, Jax?
We would have kissed. Yeah.
You think so?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I think we would have been really, really good platonic friends.
If you read the TikTok comments on our videos, people will be like, are those siblings kissing?
Yeah. Are they married or siblings? We don't know. Yeah.
So I somehow, some way, and because my little high school band used to be able to sell like 100 tickets to a show or something, which we thought was pretty good and whatever. And so it started gaining some popularity, and we'd play parties or whatever. And there was this girl that I was interested in, that I would never talk to because I would have died of embarrassment, who it turned out might have been interested in me. Might have. I still don't know for sure. Anyway, I'm going to die friggin' telling you the story. So
what did you do, Adam?
I wasn't drinking. I wasn't high. I didn't do anything. I was so awkward. We went to a friend's house, and my buddies are just amping me up on the way over, right? Like my
oh yeah, gas it up.
I'll never forget,
yep.
my friend Russell had this Chrysler Neon. You remember like the ultimate high school car. It was a Honda Civic or like a Neon or whatever.
Beep beep. They were good cars. Yeah.
Toyota Tercel. Like everybody had something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in the back, and the guys are just giving it to me. They're like, you can't wimp out. You got to talk to her. Her name's Julia. Got to talk to her. You got to ask her out. Like, why are you waiting on this? Like, come on. You're like, and then they're doing shit like, you're a lead singer. Like, you got to handle this. Like, you got to have some confidence.
You're the front man, Adam.
So I'm already so uncomfortable because I hate that kind of attention. And then I go into this house, and we are there for hours, and she's on one end of the room and I'm on the other end of the room, and everybody's sort of talking or whatever. But all of my friends and all of her friends are waiting for this moment where I actually stand up and ask her to come talk to me on the side. Kind of like what you see in like a dating or love reality show, right? It's like, hey, can we have a private conversation? You know? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And
the moment, the tension. Oh,
the peer pressure, guys. Like I can't. And remember, I have sweat issues as it is. Oh, no. And so, under my arms, it was rainforest. Like
a little pool.
Yeah. Little wet dress park area, you know, with a little bit of hair. It's
Love
gross.
it.
And I am sweating, and I am nervous, and I walk over to her, and for whatever reason, I could feel. You know, in those moments where you're sort of out of body, you're so nervous. And I could feel my body lift up out of the bar stool chair that I was sitting in.
He's levitating.
But I couldn't feel my feet hit the ground. I just sort of floated over like I was the Undertaker in the WWE, like just floated over.
Adam, what did you do?
But what I didn't do, Jax, was I didn't plan this out. I didn't know what I would do when I got there. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, what do you do? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna walk over to this girl, but what am I gonna say? And all I really needed to say was, "Hey, can I have a chat with you?"
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, how about that, Jax? Hello. Hello would have been good.
Hey.
You know what I
Hey,
said?
girl. Yeah. What did you say?
I said, I just looked at her and said, "Up."
What?
I was like, "Up."
What?
And
Ew. What? Like,
I was like, and then I
Like
and she
uppies.
was like, "What?" And I said it again. I said, "Up."
Adam, yuck.
And she got
Adam,
up and
yuck.
awkwardly looked at me, and I said, and then we ended up talking outside, and I asked her out, and she said yes, but it was like a pained yes. And then
Like a pity yes.
the next day, I get a ping on MSN Messenger, which was the way of things at the time, and she said, "Yeah, you know what? Like there was something really awkward about that exchange last night." And
She did not say that.
She did, and she said, you know, like, I don't think this is for me or whatever. And what was so key to this, like, she was like a year older. It was like very,
Oh my God.
it was very like, whoa, you're going to ask out a girl a year older than you. And I came away from that going, I got away with one. I'm like, I was so friggin' awkward. And she still said yes. Okay, I'm in the clear. And then the next day I get the message like, yeah, I don't think I'm into this.
I don't like that. Sorry, I'm sure that she's wonderful, but I'm
She
feeling a
was
bit
great.
protective
She's
over you right now.
So, sorry, what's that, Jax?
I'm feeling a bit protective over you right now because I feel like we have to give grace, or at least many women have given me a lot of grace for being incredibly awkward at first. Sometimes you're awkward. I mean, that's an ick. Like, why are you saying up? Like uppies? Like, do you want her to pick you up? Like, what does that mean?
It was such an
It's
ick,
gross.
like, I can't escape
It's
that
gross.
ick, though, right?
But like, give sweet Adam and his leather pants a little bit of a break. He's awkward.
I honestly,
I mean-
I still think about that because she was really nice. She was like a really
Yeah.
good person. It was one of those people that you're like,
She just didn't want to be with you.
well, yeah, well, think about the risk for her. Here's this knob that walks over who you might like, right? You know, all his
Yeah.
friends have been like, everybody in the room knew what was about to happen, right? And there's like 20 people there.
nonverbal. Here he comes.
Yeah, and he's not exactly non-verbal, floating over like a gangly, brace-faced, like acne-ridden teenager, right? Like, hey, hello.
Yeah, sweating, slipper sliding over.
And I had those clear braces too. I haven't mentioned this, and I drank coffee, so you know they turned yellow, right?
Oh God,
It was bad.
Adam.
And the fact that she would have even considered it, and being a year older than me, you know, that's a big step up for guys. Guys dating down was not like a big thing. Guys dating up a year, that was out unheard of. Anyway, so she's a really, like, I have to say, she was a great person, and I would have been lucky to date her, but I was not ready, clearly. If you're not ready
you
to
know
ask
what?
someone out, you're not ready to date them, I don't think.
God bless her for like giving you at least the night of triumph, you know? Like at least she was like, okay, I'll circle back on MSN about this tomorrow. Like I'm not going on that date, but I'll let him believe I am tonight.
Jax, I didn't feel good about it. I felt like my friend, I remember my friend Kevin looked at me and he's like, we're walking home afterwards. He's like, dude, what the hell was that?
He's like, ew. He was probably like, ew. And you know what,
Yes.
Adam? Like,
Yeah.
at least, you know what? I have no hopeful advice. I don't have anything. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. That's rough.
It's
That's rough.
Yeah, but you know what? Like,
But
we
now
all-
look at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
so-
look at you.
Now look at me.
My honey. My honey. I'm sorry. Well, at least we all are feeling a little bit more smooth now, right?
100%. Yes, much smoother.
Yeah.
Much smoother.
Yeah.
Married twice now, so at least I figured it out.
At least you said more than at least you're getting a bit more verbal. You got married twice. There
yeah,
you go.
exactly.